Hello and welcome back to Vintage Farming. In fact, welcome back to the finale episode of Vintage Farming. This is episode 100 and we are starting it off by selling some cereal at the peak price available. So I know that the price can go up, but it does say now that it has stopped increasing. So we are going to head over to the Kochi Express just up the road and get it sold. There are a few more pallets that we can also do. I might wait until more are produced just to get the most out of them, but at the same time we could just wait until they're ready, fully ready, and sell them alongside something else as well, because we do have other products that need to be sold. Not everything was sold in March. We do have a few more things from the mill that need to be sold, as well as a few crops in the silo. Right, so let's just get this started. Beauty. There we go. Yeah, lots of cash from the cereal. It's quite a good income source, that. 138,936. So yeah, pretty good, I would say myself. Let's mosey on back to the mill. Actually, before we do though, let's just have a look at where we're at with everything, because we do want to get some more cereal, and it's just there's a lot still that needs to be sorted. The mustard is stuck in there. I'm not fussed about the mustard. The old mustard is still selling apparently, so that's good. Apples, we can take apples in October, it says, so that's still a ways out. We'll have harvest before then, but we might hit a good time in the summer. Perhaps they'll be popular. Cereal can still be sold. Honey we'll just sell it separately later on, because I think we'll have enough for the rest of the cereal that we need to create, or produce rather, and then canola and olive oil are sold later in different times. So yes, we will head back to the mill, get the rest of the cereal that we can do, and maybe rest a bit more time in March to get more of the cereal produced. We'll see how quickly it goes, and then once that's done, we'll have a final total from that. Possibly we'll hit 600,000, I reckon, probably from the rest of the cereal. It's likely, but we shall see. And then we'll move on to April, see what can be done then, and just carry on through the months, really. Good morning to such a beautiful April morning indeed. The sun is out, the crops are looking beautiful, and we have all of the cereal that we could possibly want from the factory. So all that remains now, as you can see at the bottom right, is some oat, honey and corn. That's fine. Maybe the oat can be produced into a partial pallet of flour, but I think that's done for now. Canola oil and olive oil will be removed from the mill in time, of course, when they are needing to be sold. The cereal price has reduced a bit, but not really too much to make a big impact. We are still probably going to hit 20,000 with it minimum, I reckon, maybe 30, but we shall see in just a moment. And I really want to enjoy this April day. It's absolutely stunning, but we still have to move on through the months a bit more. But let's see how much we get from all of this. I'd like to see 30,000, that'd be wicked. At least. Probably more, actually. 52,282, that's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, 2,000 in damages on that bin there. No problem. Right, I think we can... Actually, this does need to go back over to... Yes, we will park here, thank you very much. We need to figure out when the next items are to sell, and I think that would be... So some honey can be sold at the tent, so we'll just take that when we sell the apples, which may be at the very end, so we might, just wait, because then we'll have even more apples in without adding any water in. I don't think we need to. They are out of space now though, so that would be good too. Let's get those out. Spawn. I think you can only do 2 anyways, so... storing, but spawn out 2. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's where we'll go now, is we'll head over to collect some apples just to get them all sorted out of the way. And then once the apples are done, we'll probably have to tuck them away because I think something else will be sold before that. One of the oils. I can't remember which one, but we will get to enjoy a bit more of this April day, and then we'll move on to May. Actually, we really should look at the... yeah, we'll just get tucked in here. We really should look at when the oil does sell, because it might be May, which means that we want to sell it sooner than that. Right, June. So no, we've got some time. We've got time for that. Okay, wicked. Well, let's go ahead and get these sorted, at least a few of them. Then we can get 2 more out. So I'll do this off camera so that we can crack on, because remember, we still also need to get to like June or July to be able to do the linseed harvest. So we'll crack on with this and we'll get that started very soon. Alright, here we are at the mill once again. We do have some olive oil to sell, so that's the one that is at the best price currently, and I think the price has stopped. It has done, so it's nearly hit the best price, but it has in fact been completed, so we will get all of those removed. Brilliant, and they are in. So the only thing left from the mill to sell is the canola oil, and I believe that's in the next couple of months as well. Other production, so we're not selling anything out of there because that's empty. This one is, I mean, this is, yeah, that's fine, we're not doing anything with that. This one is continuously selling, but I don't know if it is selling or not, I don't know. And then these ones, so look at that, there's already another pallet and a half nearly. So we are all set with our olive oil. We are going to Coach Express to get it sold, and I will take you along this journey with me because it is a lovely May afternoon, evening, early evening. Beautiful crops in, looking absolutely lovely, and we can take this olive oil to the shop to sell. It's the first time I've ever done olives, and the first and last time at least on FS22. And now they are being sold. Get a nice little cash injection from that. Wonderful. Okay, well, we will leave this here because I reckon that it will be needed at the mill, but it could be needed at the farm, so we shall see. But what I do want to see is the... I went the wrong way. The linseed, because usually... Here, let's get a bit closer. There we go. Ah, yes, this is the most beautiful time of the linseed, when it looks like this. Ah, it's lovely. I think that's a bit of something else growing there, but that's fine. Yes, it's all ready to go. It has... Oh, has it not been fully fertilized? What? Did I miss something? Oh, I see. Right. No, it's good. It's fine. It's all right. So yeah, we will get a really nice yield out of this, and it's just a beautiful crop to see grow. It's a shame that we're not seeing the other crops around, but I will just have a bit of a fly up to see. I guess in comparison, when you lower down, it's better. There you go. You can see all the other harvested crops, and then you have the lovely linseed right in the middle. Right, enough faffing about, because that's what's going on. We are faffing. Let's get on to, well, I guess April. Wait, we're in May, right? So June. That could possibly be nearly ready time. No, we're going to need one more month before it's ready. So July is when we'll do that. Selling wise, we might be able to sell soybeans in June. And that's about it. I mean, there are honey as well, but we'll sell that when in October with the apples. Cool. Okay, let's move on then to June, and here we'll go to our lovely little house, have a little rest, and we'll see you in June. Good afternoon and welcome to June. Right, we are making our way to the silo because I have some exciting news about soybeans. They are ready to sell. And the other exciting thing is where they're being sold. So the city of Epinal, where we were trying to sell potato soup the first time, we are going to now be selling some grain instead, which means that we should actually be able to sell it on the train, which is exciting in itself. So we're going to take this down to that same location we always have, and then we'll get to the train station. We'll dump this in. Hopefully it doesn't sell. If it doesn't sell, then we'll come back, get the rest of it, and then we can get it all sold. Finally something sold on the train. Alright, here is the moment of truth. We shall see if this will work for us or not. I would love for it to. That would be brilliant. But let's see what happens. Okay, nice. I think that's a good sign then. That's a really good sign. I reckon we should probably... Oh no, we'll go back for more and then call the train. Because yeah, we don't want to wait too... I mean, it could come any moment. How much have we got left? One more load? Or two? Ah, we do have 2 loads left. Okay, we'll call the train later. We will go back to the farm now and... yeah, get that amount sorted in, and then when we come back we'll have the small amount, I guess, remaining. Then we can call the train and get the soybeans sold. Alright, here we are with the remaining 15,188. I was misreading the stock checklist. It was giving us a total amount, not just how much was in the silo. So there was just about 15,000 litres in the silo. Right, so we can shut the... Oh no, we do need the engine on for that. But we do have the train waiting here. It was not waiting long, so that's good. But we will head down to it and get set up under the... under this. I suppose just the first car is fine. I think if we open... Nice, okay. So that should allow us to fill the full amount of soybeans in, which it is doing. So that's really cool. We are getting that sorted now. There we go. So we can get that closed. I think that's it. All of the soybeans are out yet. They are indeed. Alright, all aboard. City of Epinal is where we are off to. Now, we have had a bit of a foggy time the last time we were on the train, so this time will be a bit better. Look at that. You can really see the farm from here. It's a shame you can't... Oh, you can see the linseed as well. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous, that. That's our little farm. It's been a nice one. It's been a really nice... This is definitely one of my favourite maps on this entire... on all of FS25. It's just stunning. I mean, look at the linseed here as well. Just gorgeous hills and all. What a lovely place to just exist in, you know. Got those lovely linseed fields, massive linseed field there next to the mill. If we had more time, I'd go and harvest that for them in the next month. But we have our own. We have our own to harvest. So there we go. Let's do get a bit of the interior as well. I always like the insides of these trains. Proper vintage, as I've said before. Proper vintage. I really enjoy it. And we are going to get tossed out here, and hopefully our product will actually get sold. Yes, we do. And boom, sold. So that's what should have happened with the soup, but it did not. And there we go. Our first successful train ride on this series. Wonderful. So now let's have a look at everything else. So all we have left, I know the olives are growing. Ignore them. We're not going to be harvesting them again. We are only harvesting the linseed, which we do need to look into cracking on with. The apples are still growing, so that's fine. I think we're at the point now where we can actually move on to the linseed harvest. So let's go back to the house now. We have left the lorry at here, so we should take this back first to the farm. Then we'll make sure everything else is fine leading into July, and then we'll crack on with that harvest. Good morning and welcome to July. A very beautiful yet cloudy day, but a beautiful day indeed for a linseed harvest, which is exactly what we're going to get up to and get it out of the ground and into a sell point, I reckon. It really depends on how much we get. If we can put it all in one truckload, we might just keep it in there to hang on to it till later on after we sell the apples or around the same time, but that remains to be seen. I'm not too worried about that just yet, more so the harvest itself. So we will hop into the class 105 Dominator for what will be the final time on this series, which is somewhat bittersweet, to be honest, because I do love this series and it has been a lot of fun. And I guess that's the end of it, sort of thing. So I'm really hoping that FS25, and I guarantee it will, provide some really cool vintage mods that I can form together and make another lovely series like this. And who knows, maybe we'll hit even more episodes than 100 with the next one. But that just seemed like a nice round number, you know. I think I might also put a bit of a vote out, or even just a question now, for future vintage series. Where do you draw the line at vintage? What is your sort of cutoff, you know? I think the wheel loader that we have is not fully vintage, although it does have a vintage aesthetic to it. There are some kits that I have, some kit that is proper vintage, so like they're well within, like this combine, the Deutz, even all of our tractors really. So there are some things that I would like to have looked into, some tractors especially that are considered like modern classic, more of the 90s, but is the 90s not considered vintage nowadays? I mean, you go into a vintage shop or whatever, you know, you can come across some very 90s things. Blimey, maybe even the early 2000s are considered vintage now. I don't know. Anyways, please do let me know your thoughts on that, because I feel like modern classics would be really good to add in to the series, because there are some wicked tractors out there that I'd love to use that I just can't find a place for them elsewhere. But I am going to try and make some really nice FS25 content, not just with the provided, not just with what Giants provide, but there are some really wicked maps already announced for the new game, so that will be very exciting indeed. And I suppose, yeah, just probably another survival at some point. I did enjoy doing Survival Challenge, I really did. But I also do have another sort of series in mind that I'd like to really try. I was going to do it on I did start it on FS19, but I never really went through with it too much. I don't want to reveal too much about it. But then FS22 I decided not to do it because I wanted to focus on the actual gameplay and videos, you know, series like this, like vintage, survival, things like that. But this time round, I'm very excited to try some new things and new types of content as well. So I will really be, relying on the support of my community to help sort of guide what those series might be, to see what you like and dislike. So yeah, any and all feedback does really help a lot. Constructive feedback, especially if you just want to chat rubbish, then that's not really what I'm after. So you can keep that to yourself and just tell it to yourself. Anyways, we are going to crack on with the rest of the linseed. We have done a headland here, and we're at 50% already of the combine harvester, which does seem a fair amount. We probably could have emptied out, but it's fine. We'll probably do another round and then get it emptied and then crack on with it in a time lapse. Right, well there we go. We've got quite a bit of this linseed covered here, which is quite good. So 2 full harvester loads, I should say, which is really quite good. Did I miss all those bits? Yeah, I tried to do a bit of first person just to mix it up a bit, and that was a mistake. So it's always quite difficult with a harvester as well in first person, I find. This one's not so bad because it's 5 meter. If it was any more, it would be worse. If it was 4 meter, it would be fine. And it's also dirty. The interior is very dirty. The windscreen is very dirty. So yeah, very dirty indeed. And look at that. Oh, where are we going? Where are we driving away to? We're not ready just yet. What I'm going to do though is stick the rest of the harvesting on a bit of a helper. Oh, wait, gotta stay close. Because I reckon this would be a good opportunity to get the apples sorted as well, because we really want to get those apples sold by around the same time that we get the linseed sold at least. So let's get that just going. Oh, we don't need that. Nope. Brilliant. Okay, so we'll let that crack on. Let's go find the... Right, this. We'll head over to the apple trees and get some pallets spawned out. Alright, so as you can see, we do have a bit of a pile of apple pallets there. Say that 6 times fast. A pile of apple pallets. That's not so bad. Let's change these out. Let's spawn out 2 of them, because that's all we can do. But that's fine, because we don't want to do any half pallets till we have to. Right, there we go, there we go, there we go, and we'll get these also on the lorry. That's not on at all, that's terrible. Usually you have to do a bit of a reset like that from time to time. That's very strange, but it is what it is. At least we know we'll be getting more apple pallets, so we might as well just leave this here for now as time progresses. The time to sell the linseed, though, we have not checked that. So let's check that now, because that's really the last thing we have to do. Alright, it doesn't count as in there yet. Linseed. So the best time is not now. It's the worst time right now, pretty much. We could just sell it off the field, but again, I would like to wait since it is the last thing. Well, this is coming up soon. So maybe in October will be a final sort of selling session of everything. Because, I'm not selling any of the kit. All the kit can stay. All the manure and slurry, as I've said before. So we'll just go through everything again. Nothing else being sold. Oh. Except for canola oil, though, I've missed completely. So that's in December. So we do still have a couple of things to sell. So that's absolutely fine. That can be sold quite easily as well. But this, I think, will be sold first. So let's check on the helper. Of course, will be blocked up. Actually, why don't we just take over from the helper, get it sorted. So last thing we have to do. So we'll get this done in a just a little off-camera, cheeky bit of off-camera harvesting. But yeah, this has been the very final harvest. I mean, it's, as I said, it's a bit bittersweet because it is sweet that we are moving on to a new farming simulator. That part is very exciting. The not so, sweet part, the bitter bit, is that it's done. This series would have continued on beyond survival, beyond possibly the Terra Life series. That one is really just sort of to touch on the mod itself, and we have touched on the mod, so we'll see how much more Terra Life we do. It would be good to crack on with it. The problem with that, though, is that the updates that have come out do require new game saves. So if they are game-changing game saves, then we may just have to either stop or just carry on without them, which is kind of what we're doing so far. Anyways, that's for Terra Life Plus. Survival is done as well. Vintage this now, episode 100. We have, in fact, made it. My only other series to have 100 episodes was my very first series of Hauling. That one did also hit 100 episodes, so that is pretty exciting. Who knows, maybe we'll hit even more with one of the FS25 maps, base or modded, who knows. Right, this is nearly done, our final bit of linseed. The next time we see linseed, we will be selling it to somewhere, and possibly on the train again, possibly not though, we shall see. Anyways, I'll finish this up. We will move on through August and September, because those months will not require any sort of stopping for anything, and then when that time comes, we will sell everything off. Alright, well, as expected, the apples are ready to sell here in September, so we'll get them reversed up. We do have quite a few, as you can see. It's been stacked up quite high indeed. So we'll just get this one side sold first. Makes things a touch easier to do it this way, I reckon. There we go, so 25,509. Now we do have to be very careful turning around here. But then the last two things are canola oil, which will head down to the mill directly after this, get that set up, ready for its selling time, and then the linseed as well, which is all ready to go in the lorry, just need to wait for the right time. There we go, so some 25 odd thousand it was for the first load, plus 10. Plus another 23, so not too bad at all. The apples would have been nice to sort of continue on with, I think in the long term as well. It would have been very cool to turn them into something more than just apples, but I don't know if that option was available in a vintage format. But that's no worries at all. So what we're going to do now is head down to the mill, load up the canola oil rather, prepare for when it's best to sell, and then we'll get it and the linseed sold. I don't know if we'll quite hit 1 million. That would be very cool, but yeah, at least we have made quite some progress on the whole series, so it's very exciting indeed. Right, we'll see you when things are best to sell. Good morning and welcome to December. So yes, we have gone through a few of the months here to arrive to December, which is exactly when the canola oil and linseed both were saying they would hit their best price. So here we are. The canola oil we will get sold now. It is a little bit less than it originally was going to be sold for, only because just, yeah, the way the timing is, was like peak price was like sometimes silly, like, you know, 1 in the morning or whatever. So anyways, we'll get that sold right now. I believe it's like 35,000, something like that. So not too bad at all. There we go, finishing with 888. That is very lucky. Very lucky indeed. Right, okay, let's just get this parked up here, because we are effectively ending the episode with everything where it is. Basically, you can consider the end of this episode like ending a series that someone is immediately going to take over. So you know how they do, like, oh, inheriting Grandpa's farm. Well, I'm Grandpa in this case, Grandpa Grumbles, and this is the farm that they will inherit. So that's how that's going to go. Anyways, mustard is at a very good price to sell. No idea how to sell it, so we will move on to linseed, which at the best price right now is on the train. I suppose that would be an appropriate way to end. Right, let's make our way to the train station. Alright, we have arrived. Let's get this loaded in there. Let's also get down here to call upon the train. I don't know how long it'll be. I think we'll wait until it's actually here before we call it, just to ensure that it doesn't take a while. So what I'll do is I'll get prepared. Where's the thing now? Uh-oh. Now I've lost where to call. Ah, here we go. So what we'll do is, as soon as it's appeared, I will call to rent it. We will load it up with linseed and get it sold. Alright, the train has arrived and we are going to fill up the first car again. Oh, we've gone a bit far there. Right, we will start filling with all the linseed that we have. And it's not very much, 15,268, but this will be a nice final journey for us to take on the series. This is really quite a fitting end to the series indeed. We are all out of products to sell. As I said, I'm not selling buildings or land or kit or anything. It's as though someone's inheriting, so we are taking one final train ride across this gorgeous map. And yeah, who knows? Who knows the future of the French maps? Of course, they're always are nice ones, so we probably will see another one here in the future on FS25 in one of my series specifically, because I do love the French maps. They are stunning, absolutely gorgeous. Italian maps as well, and of course I cannot wait for one particular UK map to arrive to the game. But that's in time. For now, we are ending this series on Paligny with vintage farming. It has been quite the run, and I've enjoyed it very, very much. We are about to get kicked out of the train, and linseed sold right about now-ish. I was in first person last time, so there we go. And sold for 10,887. So we still have the 3 8s in the number, 898, 890. So lots of that. Very good indeed. Right, you know what? Let's head over to the farm, though. Here's the farm. Let's get a nice final aerial view of everything. Some of the kit is still out in the field. Over there we've got the harvesters in view. Oh, we want to not... There we go. Go over here. Go see the 2 harvesters we had in the nice big field here. That was quite a good one. We also had these fields here. Really nice. This was one big field at one point. We did separate it. We've got that one as well. So it has been overall a good run, a good series. Really enjoyed it. Here we'll get a nice final view from above as well. I would have loved to expanded to have sheep and further productions on the map, but I think we really did what we could with this series and with vintage farming as well. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. But this is the official end of vintage farming on FS22. As I've said before, I do intend on having a vintage series on FS25, but mods, you know, and time will tell. But it eventually will happen, I can promise you that. Right, well, thank you so very much. I do hope you've enjoyed the entirety of the series. It starts all the way back at number 1, so feel free to give it a watch, and then you'll see the Centennial episode, this one, at the very end. If this is your first video watching, I'd love for you to start the series over at number 1 and watch it through. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And I know some of you have watched it from the very beginning, so I appreciate your support in that. And thank you very much. If you have enjoyed the video though, cheeky thumbs up always helps out the channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Till the next one though, please do take care, and bye for now.